Hey everybody, it's Tanya Atomic, and I found this book, Interstellar Pig, at this cute little bookshop near where I go to eat breakfast. And I remember reading this as a kid and thinking about it after reading it, but I don't 100% remember what it's about. So I decided it would be fun if I tried to remember what this book was about, read the book, and then let you know how it holds up to my memory of the book. So I'm going to do a quick summary of what I remember of this book, and then I'm going to read it, and then at the end, when I'm done, I'm going to give you a summary of what the book actually was about while reading it again as an adult. So what I remember about this book, Interstellar Pig by William Slater, I remember this book was at the library when I was a kid. It was at my local library. I think someone, okay, I can't very well remember, but I'm just going to pretend that all the things that I think could be true is what happened. So somebody recommended this book to me. And so I picked it up and checked it out at the library. That part I know. And it was on like this cart of books for summer reading for kids, I think. And I was probably 9 years old, maybe, when I read it. Guessing. So this book was about this guy. So the main character was a boy, and he finds a board game, and he plays the board game with some friends or maybe by himself. And in the board game there's something called an interstellar pig, and I think it talks. And also there are other characters and they're aliens. And there's a good alien that's got dark hair and a mustache, perhaps, and a vest or something. And he comes down to the kid's room and talks to him and tells him that the board game's real. And then the kid has to play the board game of his life in order to save, in a Horton Hears a Who kind of way, these an alien race, or the interstellar pig itself, which is a intelligent alien being. And there's bad guys that come. So bad guys come, and one of them like is a regenerating bad guy that can't be killed. And then at the end, I'm totally making this up because I cannot remember anything. So then at the end, the kid, the main character boy, saves the interstellar pig, which is like a game piece, but representation of a real being, which is like a football. It looks like a football game piece. And he saves it somehow, and the good alien with the mustache tells him goodbye and thank you very much, and then goes back off into outer space, and everything's good at the end. He saves the day. That's what I remember this book being about. So we'll see. I'm gonna read this, and then when I'm done, I'll try to be as spoiler free as possible, but when we're done, I will compare and let you know what it's about. So stay tuned. Okay, so I finished reading Interstellar Pig just now, and I will tell you what it's about, and you can laugh at me for what I remember. I mean, obviously, I did not have a long memory with this book. First of all, okay, I will tell you the synopsis of what actually happened in this book, and you can compare it to what I just said. So there's this kid. He's like a teenager, and he is with his parents at a beach house. And I had forgotten completely everything about the fact that they were at a beach house, but that's the whole, setting of the story. That's kind of important. So he's at a beach house with his parents, and next door in the other little rental house, are these three people. And I didn't really even remember that, but they do play the game Interstellar Pig, and that I remembered. But they move in next door. They are very charming and alluring and attractive, but the parents and the kid see them differently. It's almost like each person is seeing them differently. And he does notice, his name's Barney. So he notices that, and he notices that they're sort of like handsome, good looking and everything. And he desperately wants to start hanging out with them. And they are very interested in their house, and they kind of want to walk around, look all over the house, which is kind of weird. But then they do want to hang out with Barney, and the parents are so charmed that they want him to hang out with them, which he also thinks is a little strange. Now, they are playing this game, Interstellar Pig, and he's interested and wants to start playing, and they kind of slowly introduce him to the game, while at the same time he's uncovering clues about something else that's going on, and maybe there's something that they're after. And he sort of investigates a little bit and finds out that there was this old-timey captain and his first mate or something, and they found this guy who is like dying, and he hid something on this little island, but there's a questionable thing of, like, is he like an alien or something? And he goes, so Barney starts playing the game, and the game Interstellar Pig has a game board, and it's all about going to, like, you play a character, and you have to go to different planets, and you pick different skills, or you pick different tools that you can have with you, special tools that'll help you do things. And the whole goal of the game is to catch what they call the piggy, and like hide it away at a planet, and then be the last person to have it when the timer runs out. The piggy is like super important to them, and they're really obsessed with this game, and they play it all the time. And and now I am going to spoil the book a little bit. I'll try not to spoil it too much, but I am going to have some spoilers. He ends up finding an object on this little island that's near where they're staying, and he believes that it is the piggy, and he hides it. And he can start hearing it talking in his head. And he's not sure, and I'm not going to spoil the whole thing, he's not sure exactly what's going on, but slowly, the people reveal to him that the game is kind of a practice for real life, and that they are trying to find the piggy in real life, and if they don't, horrible things are going to happen. And he thinks he might have it. He starts hearing this voice talking in his head, and then soon after, there's, the game starts for real, with him. Like, he's involved in this game for real, and finds out that they're all aliens, which is, you guess that kind of early on, but he does find out they're all aliens, and they're all playing the game for real. And there's a big showdown at the end, and I won't tell you how it ends, but anyway, it is nothing of what I thought it was going to be. I remember he plays the game, and I remember there was like a pig, but I kind of thought the pig was different, and I thought it was this innocent pig. It's not like it's an evil pig or anything like that, but it's not what I thought, like he had to rescue it. It's not like that. There was not a character that regenerates like I thought. And I always remember that being part of this book. So it's obviously a false memory that I somehow implanted in my mind because I was thinking of something else. You know, I got mixed up or something. I don't know. But I always thought of that. And it wasn't, and it's not even in there. And, you know, I didn't remember the beach house. I didn't remember the particular people. And I thought that they were like teenagers like he was. And that they were like having him help. And they were somehow involved in outer space. And that there was this dark-haired alien with a beard or something that was from outer space. None of that happened. There was a character that he's reading about that's an alien that I think that's how I got that part mixed up. But I don't remember any of that, and I don't remember the showdown at the end. There's another creature that comes down that's a lichen, and he has to, you know, he has a showdown with the lichen creature too, and he has to use his abilities because he gets to pick the tools in real life too, and he has to use those, which I don't remember any of that. I don't remember any of that. I mean, I wasn't that young. I think I was maybe 12, but you know, I could have been younger maybe, and I don't remember that. I don't know, but obviously I remember this totally wrong. What do I think of the book, however? I think it could be a really interesting read for a younger reader who is interested in sci-fi and like alien stuff. You know, it's pretty well written, but as far as like me being an adult, I don't get a whole lot out of it except for the nostalgia of it. And I had a lot of fun, you know, trying to gauge my memory versus what, you know, versus the real reread. So that was fun for me, but this wouldn't be, you know, like a book that I would pick up, you know, as an adult woman, pick up and read. But, you know, for a young reader, like I said, a young reader interested in science fiction, there is some interesting stuff in there. And I kind of remember when I was a kid, sort of feeling the same way, actually. Like, I enjoyed it. It was an interesting read, but it wasn't something I kept with me, except, I mean, obviously, it's not something I kept with me because I didn't remember any of it very well. But it is a book that I did carry with me to an extent because I remembered the title always, and I remembered, and you know, I have a memory of reading it, and I'm sure I've read several books that I don't even know I read because I was such an avid reader when I was young. Yeah, that said, I might do this again if I go to a little bookstore that's owned by a couple. It's such a cute little store, and that's where I found this. And if I come across any others, I might do this again because I found it interesting how little I actually remembered. Basically, okay, the things that I remembered is that there was a main character who was a boy, who was a teenage boy. Something about other characters that he just met and him playing a board game. The pig part, but I didn't remember that correctly even. And that's about it. And having it be like the game was real and there was some kind of outer space thing. I did remember also incorrectly that there were there was the lichen creature, but what I remembered incorrectly was that there were a lot of other creatures out in their own planets that they were somehow communicating with or something, and that didn't happen. Anyway, do you have any stories of things that you misremember, like books or movies, that you remember something that wasn't there, or just remembered it wrong, or kind of mixing two memories? So that's what I'm wondering, if I mixed a memory of something else with this book. But anyway, it was fun to read again and to discover all the things that I had really honestly forgotten. So yeah, Interstellar Pig by William Slater. Have you read this book? Do you remember it? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching. That's my cat. He says thanks for watching.